All right. I'll get started. I know more people will be coming in the next couple minutes, but hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone had a good Halloween weekend. Felt like a long weekend for some reason, but we're here now. So I guess first things first. If you guys can go into your update room, and if you haven't updated in like the last day or so, try and do that. This is mainly for your DE. As you guys may remember, there's DE deliverables next week. Most authors, like ideally, write like 3,000 to 5,000 words, but that's not necessarily required. What we want you to do is kind of have like a one of three things and let your DE know what your strategy is moving forward. Either have the 3,000 to 5,000 words, and you plan to do that for each deliverable. Have be like more story focused. Like for example, I plan to write 5 stories, or finally, whether or not you plan to like write in big chunks, because we have some people that I guess get inspired, if you will, and write like 8,000 words at a time, but maybe for some week they might not have any. All those are perfectly acceptable, but if you can take like a couple minutes, tag your DE in your update room and just kind of let us know what your plan of attack is. And if you want to give some awesome update about your, if you have any, just feel free. So yeah, I'll give you guys a couple minutes to do that. And Sierra, just drop whatever you feel comfortable with. Yeah. That's good. Yeah. Hey, we're just taking a couple minutes to drop some updates in an update room. Just let us know what your plan of attack is. So yeah.
Sorry?
No, I was just saying, no, you're good. Take a couple minutes, drop something in your update room. Let us know your plan of attack, whether you're going to plan to write the 3,000 to 5,000 words, if you're going to plan to write some stories, or if you're going to hold off until you feel a little more inspired. Just in your updates room, let us know.
All right, thanks.
Yeah. You just have to tag your DE, but hey Luca, hey Ferris. Drop something in your updates room. Yeah, about your plan. Let these guys do that. Person, look, I'll repeat it one more time. Basically, we want you to like let your DE and everyone know in your update room what your plan of attack is, whether you plan to write the 3,000 to 5,000 words this week, whether or not you plan to have like a certain number of stories, or whether or not you want to like hold off until you're like a little more inspired. Anything's fine. Just let us know. I'll give you.
When was the 3,000 words?
3,000 for next session. Yeah. I think we're not going to have a session next week, just so you guys have a little bit more time to focus. And once again, it doesn't have to be 3,000 to 5,000 words, but we would like to see at least something for your DE to look over, you know? So, yeah. All right. And then while you guys are doing that, I'll explain what we're going to be doing today. So we're going to have some, I guess, structured work time. I know that this is a big process, and there's a lot of, you guys probably have a busy week. I know I have a busy week. So we're going to basically give you the next 40 minutes. We're going to split it up into two chunks, just to have some work time, talk to other authors, run maybe a story by them or an idea, talk about interviews, get some planning if you need those, that kind of stuff. And we're going to divide you up into groups. Let's say this group of 4, this group of 3, and then I'll have the people on the Zoom chat go into a breakout room so you can talk without like everyone else hearing. And just, yeah, so we're going to spend the next, like, ideally we want to spend the first 20 minutes going over your stories index, updating it, making it look good, potentially populating it with more story ideas if you have some, then doing like research for those. And then the next 20 minutes is like, you can start writing another story. You can outline one, and like, or maybe run your idea by other people. Last time when we do this, it went really well. Everyone felt like they gained a lot of like useful content out of it, and so hopefully that works the same for you guys. I know everyone does different topics, but honestly, like everyone is in this boat together, so they can all help you to hopefully get some idea generation, get some content on a page. So we'll start right now. I'll say something at like 5:25, so that you guys just to know it's like a halfway point. And then at the end of the meeting, so like maybe 5:40ish, we'll do like a quick around the horn and then call it a day a little bit early. So yeah, so I'll break you guys into breakout rooms and yep. All right. So what's up? It's all good. Yeah, it's all good. So yeah, so the people on Zoom chat, just join that breakout room. Get talking, get brainstorming. Yeah. So yeah, you guys can go ahead. Let's go. Just like running by stories like by each other and like come up with good ideas. I mean, you don't have to. Like you can just sit here and work, but like that's good too. But it just helps to have other people to talk to. Yep.
Yeah, I don't have any I used to do those.
A really good way to do those is like listen to a podcast, because that's like a fuck ton of content. So like that's probably the best way to go about it. For sports, let me see. Yeah, exactly, because they're basically telling stories already. Well, that's kind of just like changing up in your own words. But if you cite it like very well, then or like well enough, and we'll work with you on that like later on, then like it's not a problem. So yeah. But obviously, like don't try and make like 5 chapters based off of like one podcast, because that's like basically the podcast. No, not necessarily. Yeah, your stories can be short or long. But you'll quickly find that they probably will end up being a chapter. But yeah.
Are we supposed to be?
Yeah. Not required, but eventually you're gonna have to move it in there so the DEs can see it. Like for you three, story writing going okay? Like, any major issues? Like writer's block or anything?
No. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Stories, but
I know you were having a little problem with like doing it later on.
Yeah. But then they're all gonna
come. Yeah, it happens. But yeah, but I think it'll be valuable. You probably like if you prep really well, then like you can continue that into other interviews. So it's not like you have to reachable for every single one. But just like the best authors have like the most kick-ass story indexes. So definitely try and devote some time to that. Yeah, what's up?
Like scientific paper, that's where it explains how it works. So could I use that to like complement
Yeah.
stories?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. In fact, I'd probably encourage it. So, yeah, it makes it like, yeah, exactly. Once again, make sure you have everything cited correctly, but like we'll also work on that more later. But at least try. Nothing particular. Just make sure you do. Yeah, APA, MLA, Chicago, like everything's fine. If you want to do all of them, go ahead. But like, where have you been looking for secondary interviews? Have you been doing podcasts? Have you been doing like,
I've been doing mostly like political memoirs, like there, like,
yeah, that's solid.
yeah, and then I've just been doing kind of like the most famous ones.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Will? How's everything going?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're good.
Yeah, everything's the whole life I'm doing things. I really want from what I'm doing because it's like,
Yeah.
you know, I was probably there at the time. I was like people who don't have like a podcast or
Yeah,
things
yeah,
to promote.
right.
But we have had some really good interviews so far.
Great.
We have some closures for our chief of staff. We have our
Oh, yeah.
communications director, DNC, like people like that, and then they're going to refer me to other people and there. So
Yeah, great.
it's gonna like start building up. But
Oh, that reminds me. Yeah, no, sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, sorry.
I didn't I had to reach out to somebody.
Yeah. Yeah, they're gonna refer me some people and try and get them too. So about the integrated conservative course on the next couple of weeks. So that's promising. And while the people I interviewed said he would try and connect me to a former congressman who was served in the House leadership. So that would be really cool.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah. But right now, just back into midterms.
I feel that.
Week ahead.
Yeah. It's a big fish, so I got
Big fish?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. He said he wanted to do it at the end of the month. Ish, like this week. Yeah, there you go. Work over here. How are you guys doing? The stories and everything? Good. Good. Any like big problems, like writer's block or anything?
I haven't actually I like to meet someone and there's like a person in class for like a long time, for like 18 years of like
Yeah.
like single space transcribe.
Single space.
I'm going through that and it sucks so much. I'm like, I feel like I have way too much info. I don't know. Go off.
That's a pretty good problem to have, to be honest.
I mean, like, most of it's probably not substantial. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, you'll be okay. But it's kind of funny, to be honest. Jesus, how long did it go to have that much? That's fun. Hey, everyone else like is hanging on. Zero. Good. It's good to hear. Just saw you on LinkedIn. I gave you that connect.
Oh.
Yeah, no problem. Of course.
Yeah, I'm getting
I'm trying to build mine up. Yeah. It helps to have strong social media profiles in the future. But we'll work on that like next semester. Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. Just yeah. Might change my title.
Yes,
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Dude, I don't. Yeah,
wow. That's. I added him on LinkedIn and he asked me
Did he actually?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was like, oh.
It's probably automatic.
Yeah, he definitely had it.
Good. Yeah. It's actually really funny. Oh, and yeah, and did everyone introduce themselves to their DE over the weekend? Kind of really just send something.
They seem great.
Most of them are graduate students. I think. Yeah, you can ask them, get to know them more. I wasn't really involved in hiring. Yeah, they're real people. They're not like. No, they're not bots. No, they're great. They're not like rookies either, so don't worry. You think we're like building bots with different names, just like, yeah. I guess never know.
Was there now that we sent our book advisor? Like that was
The opening email.
Organizing it.
No, I don't think for the opening meeting, no. But for what we wanted
And
to
the one
say.
pager we said was just, there's no template for that, right? Just-
Right, but we wanted you to include some stuff though.
Yeah.
Like what you include so far, what you plan going forward, who you've interviewed, and asking like who they know that you can interview. Yeah, that's another thing to think about in the next couple of weeks if you haven't done it yet. Not a huge stressor, but helps you keep on top of it and can really, really boost your interview count and secondary interviews too. So I highly recommend. I'm gonna join the breakout room just to see if they're doing all right. Hey guys, everything going all right?
Yeah. Yeah, we're just like went over like some ideas and stuff together, so it's pretty productive.
Cool. Let me know if you have any questions or anything. Yeah. See you later.
Will do.
They're doing what they're supposed to do. Last night, people asked me a bunch of questions when I came in. So I had a good story idea. So. Thanks for helping me out.
You've been doing a lot of hot takes on social media recently. That's good though. It boosts your credibility. It's true.
I like it.
All right. See you. Have a good one.
Stay safe out there.
The fact that it rained earlier today pissed me off so much.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was like sunny and it rained. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, 20 minutes. The 20 minutes I was outside. Oh wow. Yeah, see you.
This dude, he's like cool guy. It's just like runs his he just says like look around and tell me who you go for. And like there's no like the first thing presenters are like how baller.
Do you gonna ask Pastor Bill Clinton?
I'm really gonna ask him. So many people. If I give you like 40 names, chances are even if you get like
5, yeah, they're pretty good. Absolutely. Sounds like a good plan. Are you looking for a pole? There's one like under here, but yeah, if you want to climb under. So we have another like 10 minutes or so. I'll let them know too. And then we'll do a little around the horn, call it a day. Hey guys, we'll give like another like 10 minutes or so, and then we'll regroup and do some around the horn. So yeah, keep working. We just kind of hope a little bit of dedicated work time will be helpful. Just I know a lot of people are busy. Akon. Dude, if you got Akon, you're fine.
This is cool.
Oh, gee, that sounds bright. And close the blind. All right, I'm gonna close out the breakout room, and then we'll start talking about Around the Horn. And that'll be like a minute.
Which one? About the Steven Spielberg and J.J. Abrams. The I don't know if he's filming or directing a new movie about Stan RPG.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't seem like a great idea.
Okay. All right, everybody. So we'll finish up with a little Around the Horn. Just like a quick thing to recap. I mean, just like something cool that happened to you this week. It can be really anything. Why am I blanking? I had something. I'll start. I had something really cool. I forgot about. Well, I guess one thing is I got like 4 interviews booked over the weekend, which was pretty exciting for me. Because I was slightly behind on interviews, but now I'm all caught up. So that was pretty exciting. And then I don't know why I can't think of what I had something cool, but I forgot about it. All right, so we'll start on the Zoom chat. We'll start with Udit. If you just have a cool update you want to give us for like 30 seconds or so.
Yeah, sure. So like I think 3 or 4 days ago, I got my first interview with a professional athlete. So I just reached out to Steve Francis through his charity, and
Oh wow, yeah.
surprisingly he was like very open to like the idea of like I got an email back from his assistant like 2 days right after. She was like, yeah, like he'd love to help you out with this. So we're still like scheduling a time, but like I'm glad that's gonna happen.
Dang, that's pretty sick. He's like an all-star. That's pretty cool. Steve Francis, he's a basketball player in the 2000s. That's awesome. Yeah, cool. All right, that's a great update. So we'll now move on to Kate.
Hi. Mine isn't as exciting, but I wrote one of my stories and I thought that it actually went a lot easy or was a lot easier than I thought, and it was kind of exciting to get all these ideas down on paper. So I'm excited to keep writing.
No, I mean, that is exciting. I mean, it's a good, not really a burden, but like something you definitely, it's like a relief when you get them done. So that's awesome. All right, cool. We'll go with Allie.
Hi. Yeah, I guess my thing is the other day I interviewed one of my friends who, like, from elementary school actually, and we grew up in the same neighborhood, but she's like pursuing acting professionally now. So it was really cool to hear about what she's up to and her experiences. So I think I got a lot out of that. Yeah,
that's awesome. And then all right, great. And then the last person on the phone, I think that's Andrea. Is it? I don't know who the 513 number is. Your name doesn't display. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, yeah. Go for it.
Oh, sorry.
There you.
This week I heard back from someone on LinkedIn, and they said that they'd want to interview like after November 12th. But aside from that, not much has happened this week.
Yeah, that's fair. We're starting to get into like grind stages, so it's all good. But awesome. All right, now we'll go with people around the room. So I'll turn my computer.
So this week I had my first interview. It went well with a what do I have to start again? Okay. With the like chief of staff of my congressman in France. It went well, but now I have to translate everything because it's all in French, obviously. So that's kind of a pain. I just realized that it's just like not the same language. I have to do all that. But on the good side, actually, when the word, I'm not changing any of the words, but sometimes I can like make things sound a bit more like sexy than they do when it comes out of someone's mouth, like over the phone. So that's a plus to it.
A cool thing that happened to me, I interviewed someone that works in a think tank over the weekend, and after the interview, he offered me, basically he asked if I could help write a page for like a publication he's working on for the think tank, so that's really cool.
Hi, so a cool thing that happened to me was McKinsey published this like data analytics about the topic I'm writing on with a lot of like numbers and stats. So I'm really excited to get into that.
Yeah, not much low-key happened for me, but I got started writing stories.
Good, yeah.
Not much, just on track, I guess. That's exciting.
Yeah. Nothing really happened that was like spectacular. I interviewed someone for like an hour and then have like 18 pages of like transcript to like read through, which is great. So I have a lot of material, which is cool. But,
awesome. Yeah. All right. Well, that's all I have for you guys. I told some of this session next week just so you guys have a final push to try and get a deliverable in for your DE. Whatever that might be, we want you to like hopefully give something. But yeah, so I hope you guys have a good rest of your week. Good luck if you still have midterms. Good luck writing. Eric and I are always open if you have any questions. So yeah, so I'm ending the meeting. Everyone have a good week.